The motion that has been raised today is co-curricular activities in studies are a must in any academic institution. And for some obvious reasons, I'll be speaking strongly for the motion. As the first and second speaker of my team have already stated what co-curricular activities are, what are its types, and what are its roles, I would like to remind my opposition team again that co-curricular activities take place outside a simple pen and paper classroom experience and therefore exhibit a student's non-academic qualities. Honorable Auditor, we believe that co-curricular activities have not one but many advantages. It helps to build social skills, relationship bonding, friendship qualities, well-dressed up, and disciplined behavior. How? Because when a student participates in one activity, he or she does it with the students of other grades and other schools, and therefore the student turns out to be more social and accepting towards others. Also, co-curricular activities throw a student more into the limelight, and therefore the student is noticed by all, and therefore the student is more likely to be more well-dressed and more well-behaved towards others because of his self-esteem and personality development purposes. There has also been a significant amount of debate on whether things like sports, clubs, or other co-curricular activities increase attendance rates. A research done by the United States National Developing Unit found that 84% students who participate in co-curricular activities have never missed school for unexcused purposes, compared to just 21% of them who are regular and the non-participants. And therefore, Honorable Auditor, this proves that co-curricular activities do affect attendance rates, but in a positive way, and makes a student more regular in school. Now that we have spoken of attendance, we must also speak about dropouts. My opposition team at a point said that co-curricular activities create dropout problems because students participate more in cricket or sports or other things that they're interested in. And therefore, they lack communication skills, management skills, and sociability. But another research done by the USDE in 2016 found that the dropout rate among athletes was only 1%. I repeat, Honorable Auditor, only 1%. And it rapidly jumped to 11% when it came to the non-participants. And this proves, Honorable Auditor, that co-curricular activities decrease dropout rates to a greater extent and therefore create opportunities for the student to find a stable job for a successful career in their future life. If we talk about what happens if we do not participate in co-curricular activities, then the average 6 to 8 hours the student spends in school sitting idle in the classroom, attending the teacher's lectures, and acquiring bookish knowledge only, that's not the only thing we come to an academic institution for. We come here for social skills developing, personality developing purposes, and for developing moral values. And not performing any co-curricular activities, if they're not made a must, then it leads to laziness, underconfidence about oneself, antisociality, and above all, also childhood obesity, because 6 to 8 hours of time is not a small amount of time. My opposition team has been blaming co-curricular activities for hampering a student's studies without any clear reference or valid information. And therefore, at this point of time, the most vital question arises in front of us, which is, do students who participate in co-curricular activities do a good result in academics too? And the answer, Honorable Moderator, is yes. A research done by the Bangladesh National Census Board in 2017 found that 78% students who participate in co-curricular activities have had a GPA of 4.0 or higher, compared to just 26% of the non-participants who have had these percentage of GPA. And therefore, Honorable Moderator, this proves that co-curricular activities have no hand in hampering a student's studies. Rather, it improves a student's grades in many ways. We all know how utterly hard it has become to get admission in reputed colleges in this area of tough competition. Having co-curricular achievements in fields like sports, debate, music, etc., can lead a student to build a better personality in front of the college admissions and get admission in reputed colleges. And therefore, knowing all these facts, if my opposition team still says that co-curricular activities should be made a part only in academic institutions, then they are wrong. Because despite knowing all these facts, we must consider the fact that if a student does not participate in an activity, his or her life can lead to many disadvantages, and therefore he or she should participate in co-curricular activities, which are made a must in academic institutions. And for those reasons, me and my team are strongly supporting the motion, and we firmly believe that the opposition team will also agree with us. Thank you, Honorable Moderator. Thank you all.